anything that's wrong in my life, I can feel like I can fix it with music. And if my music does that for someone, that's all I really want. Because I just love music, and I wouldn't be able to do it on my own. My name is Josh Miller, and I play guitar and sing. Well, originally I just wanted the EP to be me and an acoustic guitar. But over the course of about a year, that completely changed.
I met Josh 3 or 4 years ago. He reached out to me and said, oh, we should collaborate, we should make something happen, we should record together, and it never just quite came to be. And we made it happen about a month ago, and we decided to demo out some songs that he'd been kicking around.
So I came into Fresh Produce with Jake, and while we were tracking the demos, we both started having a lot of ideas.
So we sat down and we reworked songs, we fixed guitar parts and wrote theoretical parts that we assumed we could apply to other musicians.
A lot of it was just, we're bringing people in that I'd never met before to play on my EP, which I really didn't know how I felt about that.
Well, every musician that came in, they're all just incredible players in their own right, regardless of what style they play or whoever they played with before. The bottom line is they can play their instrument.
Collaboration is everything in music for me. It's right up there with performing in front of an audience. When you get the energy back from a crowd that you put into playing, it's the same kind of exchange that happens when you collaborate with people.
Yeah, it's always nice to work with the other musicians and people I haven't heard of in Philadelphia, and I'm always interested in doing this kind of collaboration work.
If I see that there's an opportunity to make it sound better, or to make it feel better, or to make it not more appealing to a mass of people, but more appealing to myself and everyone else that's working on it, then I'm all for the collaboration.
Everybody's putting in something, everyone gets something out that they didn't put in, and it becomes something that's greater than the sum of the people that are involved, so it's paramount for me.
It was basically like having a mini orchestra back me up.
Collaboration is entirely dependent on the people who you are trying to collaborate with.
I would treat anything that you're adding to a tune as, like any time I'll add a violin part or any other instrument, as a mirror for everything that's already in the track, that is just going to reflect what's already happening and complement it and bounce it back out, amplified. So, like to hope that that's what I do on this record.
I'm trained in such a way that I'm always playing solo or really active classical parts. So sometimes when I get into a session like this, I have to make sure I remember, okay, not so many notes. Right away, the first time we played through it, went through and listened back like, maybe get rid of some of the cello.
String players were a challenge because they were so skilled at their instruments, and they sat down and played by ear to the songs first. And then I had to step in after their first few takes, which were incredible, and be like, well, maybe you could change something if you feel like it. I didn't want to step on any toes, but fortunately, they were really open to direction.
Pragmatism, that's what it's all about with the collaboration, and being flexible about in the moment what you can change.
I was definitely happy with all the input. A lot of them had ideas that I would never have myself. And everybody has a different ear for music. Everybody likes something different.
It's extremely dangerous to hand your songs off into, the grasp of someone else, especially someone else who's really opinionated.
Jake was definitely a huge help in rearranging songs, helping with lead guitar parts, telling me I need to do something over 1,000 times because I'm too stubborn. It was definitely something different.
Unfortunately, Josh and I saw eye to eye on most things, but you really have to applaud him for taking the risk of, handing these songs to me and letting me nurture them and letting me force them in a direction that I don't think he ever really saw.
I really wouldn't have expected this whatsoever. It started off just being me and a guitar, and it turned into a completely new entity.
I just think the element of surprise and the unexpected is probably the best thing about collaboration.
Seems like we're all pretty much on the same page the whole time, all kind of vibe in the same way. And it's cool when everyone, without even having to state a vision, seems to have the same one. And when you can bring a different direction, a different set of influences, and you all still kind of arrive at the same thing, and it all ties in with the whole collaboration. Just that energy that's in the room.
Working with Josh and all of these musicians that we surrounded him with was definitely just an incredible experience. I haven't really felt anything like this working with musicians so closely in a while. And I can only hope that everything I do in the future comes as naturally as this did.
In the future, I'm ready to just make whatever music that comes to mind. Whoever's alright with making some music with me, I'm fine with it too. The collaboration definitely creates something one person can't do alone.